what you want, open invitation. I'm a human being infused with creative vibration, utilizing melodies and visual stimulation. Beats and stories get the glory, you get the relation. I get impatient like a doctor racing. Bullets coming from my soul, my body just a casing.
Welcome to the Paralyzed Artist Podcast. My name's Daniel Alvarez. And today I have a really dope photographer, creative person. I'll let him kind of introduce himself.
The name's David. For those cool kids, if you're on Instagram, I go by the Fatographer __. I don't know. Been doing photography the past now going to be 4 years in August.
4 years.
Not too long, but creeping up on me there.
Nice, 4 years.
As a hobby, but like we were talking about earlier, you know, artistic wise, I've dabbled in a bunch of shit.
Right.
So music, like, it's my fucking thing. I love music to shit. And like I played the trumpet for eight years. Along with that, I played the baritone. I played the trombone. I can play the drums pretty well and keep a pretty good beat.
Nice.
And then I jumped into, like, later on, I fell in love with, like, I saw the movie Scratch. You ever seen the movie Scratch?
Scratch.
It's a documentary documenting the beginning, the start of hip hop via the eyes of the DJ, and how scratching got incorporated into it, and just, you know, the different groups and different things, from Mixmaster Mike from the Beastie Boys, Qbert, fucking I forgot, I can't think of it, but the Beat Junkies and all that shit. And I saw that movie once and I fell in love, and I got me some fucking turntables, and I fucking bought vinyl and learned how to scratch, learned how to flare, learned how to beat juggle, learned how to mix. And I started rocking parties with the homies and shit, like when I was fucking 21, 22 and shit. I did it for a couple years.
That's crazy. So you were out here fucking literally scratching and doing parties and shit?
Yeah, I'm a hardcore hip hop head. Like, that's one thing, like, as much as I love, like, the hardcore, like the heavy rock and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, the shit that I still fucking bang to the most, like, my underground hip hop. Like, I can't let go of that shit. That's my shit.
Yeah. When did you first discover hip hop? Like, when did you?
I can pinpoint the day. So I've always liked hip hop. But the shit that I was exposed to was most like the gangster rap, the Dre, Snoop Dogg. You know, that's the classic West Coast shit. You know.
Yeah.
And that everybody loves it. I still fucking bang that shit. But I remember one time I went to go pick up my homie Vince. It was in Pico when I used to live in Whittier. I went to go pick him up, and I was playing Oh No by Pharoah Monch with fucking it's Oh No with fucking Nate Dogg and Pharoah Monch. And then I jumped on. I picked him up and I kind of lowered it. He was like, "The fuck, you like hip hop?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool." I'm like, starting to get into Pharoah Monch. By this time, Pharoah Monch was a couple years old and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I had already listened to Wu-Tang Clan was my shit then, but like, that's when my brother got me into that, like when that shit first dropped.
Oh, really?
For sure. And then I kind of like stepped away from it. But then he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Hold up." He goes back to his pad, comes back out and throws out a fucking CD. And it was a song called Arithmeticulous by this cat named AC Alone. AC Alone, he used to be one of the members of Freestyle Fellowship. A local LA group. They did a bunch of shit in at the Good Life in Leimert Park. That's where they fucking came up and shit. Yeah.
Shit, that's like down the street.
Shit down the street for sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And fucking so he do that shit on, and then the wordplay, the metaphors, the rhyming syncopations and everything. I was like, dude, this is the shit.
Yeah.
Because and then he talked about in that song. One of his last verses talking about, you know, how MCs today are too emotional, and like they just go off without, you know, any regard to the public, what they say, how they affects people, and just talking shit about mainstream fucking rappers and how they're just dropping shit without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this guy's he's got some knowledge. And then from there on that same fucking mix, he had 2 mix on there, had some Visionaries, he had some Dilated, he had and some KRS-One. Dude, I fell in love.
And how old were you?
I was maybe 18, 19?
18, 19.
Yeah.
So I think just because hip hop was always around, I can't really remember like specifically when, but like my mom had like fucking Dr. Dre CDs and shit. So I literally like grew up around hip hop. Not like I didn't really like get really into it, but it's always been around me, you know. Like I've always kind of like kept a little bit in touch and in tune with what's going on in hip hop or whatever. That's crazy. That's something new I'm learning about you. Right?
Yeah, that's my shit. In fact, I haven't done to a show recently, but yeah, fucking cheers.
Fucking cheers. So you kind of like stopped a little bit, or
Yeah. The problem was that as the time progressed, there's been very little artists that really catch my attention. I mean, like I feel like it's all been said and done. I know for a fact it hasn't, but I just haven't had someone catch my ear like that, like the golden era or golden age, wouldn't call it. The boom bap, that's my shit. You know, like I don't know, it's something about. I love beats. I love the beat making process of it. Well, that's another thing. I dabbled in making beats here and there too, but I haven't done that shit in so long. But like, I just didn't have the. I don't know. I tried like for a minute. I would sample myself playing the horn and then use my own shit. It was cool, but I haven't done it so long. No, but it was. No one's really caught my attention. The only one really that I've kept like with the new stuff is like Evidence and like Run the Jewels. And the only reason I was into Run the Jewels is because LP, one of the MCs, I was into him prior already since the company Flow Days, since like when he was back in that shit.
Also, he brought you into the,
yeah. So like, I remember fucking listening to one of their songs, and I was like, "Fuck, wait, that voice is familiar." I'm like, I know that fucking delivery. And then I looked up, I'm like, "Oh fuck, it's fucking LP." God damn it.
That's crazy. I didn't know you were into hip hop like that deep. Yeah. That's more like, it's not underground hip hop, is it? It's,
to some it is, because I mean they don't get the exposure like radio play that most groups do, but I think Run the Jewels is probably one of the few that has an underground base.
Right.
But they're still very fucking popular as hell.
Right. Yeah, because I like I can't see a song of theirs, so it's like I follow hip hop a little, so yeah. I'm like
what's one of their well, they have a lot. I mean, like just recently, like their latest album they dropped last year, like during the pandemic, RTJ4. First of all, the cool thing I like about them, they release all the music for free. They don't sell it, you know. They sell the CDs if you want them, but all their fucking albums are like set for like free download. You know, it's not something you can just get on Spotify and listen. You can actually fucking download the whole album if you choose to.
Yeah.
But they've done like serious collaborations with like they've had like Sect La Rocha on songs and shit like that.
Oh,
and,
shit.
I mean, they're very political. At least Killer Mike, the black dude. Yes, I said black dude. Yeah, he's very political, very smart dude. In fact, when the whole Black Lives Matter protests were going on, and then fucking all the rioting and shit, he was one of the guys that spoke in Atlanta with Trip. What the fuck's his name? The fucking what's the other mainstream rapper from Atlanta?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about because I went viral a little bit.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, he came out and he's like told everybody to get the fuck home. Yeah. Realize what the fuck you're doing. Like that's where the term like was like reorganize, strategize, mobilize, and I forgot what else he said.
Yeah. You were talking about beats, and I've always said like, well, the beats and that's what gets you, man. Like that's what like obviously the rapper, the lyrics. Eventually you get into the lyrics, but first like what catches you is always the beats. Like without the producers, without the people making that, like there is no hip hop.
Specifically, the kick and the snare. Mm-hmm. That's why I like a good fucking boom bap beat. The drum beats are the simplistic as hell. 2 kicks and a snare and a kick.
That'd be my.
I was like, it fucking sounds weird when you don't have the headphones on. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you see, like you can hear it. Yeah, we might have to have a little drink interlude right now.
Cheers again.
Let the dogs shit.
Ese perro.
I could close the window up.
Nah, fuck it. I'm sure the audience won't mind.
That shit threw me the fuck out, bro. I was like, fucking dogs. What were you saying?
The beat.
We were talking about
but it catches you. Yeah, it catches you. Something just, I don't know. To me, like different producers do different things. Like my favorite producers have always been like DJ Premier, and then of course the RZA's like a pioneer for just that gritty fucking sound. But just that's what the first thing that hooks you is that fucking beat. And I'm not talking about like now beats nowadays that get too electronic sometimes for me and like too complex. The only one that I can tolerate that's kind of complex is like LP, the guy from Run the Jewels, because I've known some of that shit he's done before, and he got a little fucking weird, but like because he had a label before called Definitive Jux, and he had like his own label, and like they were all, you know, like they weren't. They call them the white boy underground rappers and shit, but like it's funny as fuck. But they were fucking artistic as shit, and like they were just pushing the envelope on creativity, beat wise and lyric wise, and but it was dope. But I don't know why they disbanded, but I guess I don't know. I think I think in one of the interviews that I read with him, they're talking about that shit. I guess he got pigeonholed into like a box and saying, you know, this is who you are, like, and no one really fucked with them out trying to do something different. So they're like, fucking, let's move go our own way and shit.
Like his kind of like his style died out a little bit in a way.
In a sense, yeah, that's what it seemed like.
There's like that hip hop and like the rap that is just like sometimes you don't even know what the fuck they're saying. They're just like
the mumble rapping shit.
Yeah, like
I can't stand that shit.
Do you think that fucking drives people away from hip hop? Or you think it's like it needs its place in hip hop?
It does have its place, and because I'm not gonna knock it because people like it, you know, like, you know, but it's not my cup of tea. I mean, the fucking youngsters love that shit, but then again, they're growing up on that shit. So I'm like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the shit that we grew up on. You know, if a fucking at that, and now I think about it, this is the way I think about that. And this is when I realized I got old. There's two. I'm serious. This is fucking funny as shit. So there's two main reasons how I knew I got fucking old. Mm-hmm. One, I remember listening to K-Rock like a couple of years ago, and I was like, it was during the daytime. I think I was going for lunch and shit, and I was like, and Tool came on the fucking radio, right? And then, the flashback lunch. I'm like, flashback? What the fuck are you talking about, man? This is the shit. This is like the shit that I was on fucking. And then I was like, and then I think I forgot. I think I emailed or I forgot what the fuck I did. And then they're like, you realize that came out in 1993 or whatever the fuck. I was like, motherfucker. I'm like,
93 is already flashback?
That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
Because when I was growing up, the flashbacks were the 80s shit. So I guess it's like
it's
a decade. So like when I was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, really?
Oh, bro, you just fucking.
Yeah,
you just made my ass feel, bro.
They stabbed me in the fucking heart, dude. Like, for real. And the other one was when I was having an argument with I went to go visit my brother in Bakersfield, and one of the kids was like all into Tekashi 6ix9ine and shit. He's like, oh, he's the fucking goat. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude. I'm like, you don't even know fucking lyricism. And I started throwing all these things. Like, who the fuck are these? I'm like, I started doing something. I'm like, man, that shit's old as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nah. I'm like, listen to this shit. I'm like, you need to know your fucking basis of like where these guys came from. You know, you got to appreciate the old to fucking, you know, to kind of like, you know, to know where these guys came from and drew roots from, you know, because, you know, that shit didn't happen from one day to the next. It was a progression.
What was crazy is that there's fucking, like the SoundCloud rappers now, some of them don't even know who the fuck some of the real OG motherfuckers are.
No, I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube here and there, mostly for like, you know, cooking recipes and shit like that, because I don't know, just try something different.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of that shit. But then
YouTube will get you, bro. Like, you end up down the fucking hole.
Yeah.
Some
that fucking algorithm doesn't fuck around, dude. That shit will take you down a rabbit hole for sure.
That's its job, bro.
Yeah, and then fucking every once in a while I get like reaction videos. And we're talking about this. I'm like, oh, reaction video to Wu-Tang. Reaction video. I'm like, how the fuck are you call yourself a hip hop head and have never heard this shit?
I guess it happens in every generation though. Because like if I go back, I can't name some of the rappers that were like in the early 90s either. So,
but now the beauty about fucking YouTube now is that now like I listen to some of the tracks that I loved and shit. One thing I like doing is like looking up the original samples for songs. I don't know, something about that is like so holistic and just brings like a feeling of like completion as to like your appreciation of the art.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, fuck, okay, I'm listening to like Wu-Tang. Oh, that's a George Clinton sample. Oh, what's that fucking piano sample from from Cream? Oh, I figured out that name. Like, I remember when I found that sample too. I played the song, and then like the piano sample. You think it's a whole fucking song, but it's only that exact piano riff. That's it. And then after that, it's like a whole melodic fucking song that goes like 180 to something different. I'm like, then it makes you appreciate the genius of the producer.
Yeah, it's always a trip, bro. Like when you're like, because I like listening to Spanish music as well. So like, I'll be listening to like my dad listens to like he likes older music, but a lot of the younger guys too sample the same. And I'm like both in English and in Spanish. It always trips me out when I'm like, oh shit, like that's where that came from. That shit
happened to me also like with like Bill Withers. And it wasn't because I got into Bill Withers too. Fucking phenomenal singer and shit, Fucking cheers, rest in peace, Bill Withers. And then like I remember I was listening to Grandma's Hands, and I'm like, I remember the beginning, I'm like, doom doom doom. And I'm like, fuck, where have I heard that before? It's not. I'm like, oh, fucking, that's No Diggity. God damn. I was like, it just like, it's like nowadays, like, it's, it's more like, like a soul searching type of, like, find that sample, name it, like, it's fucking cool. Like, now that I'm also going back and, listening to the roots of some of the shit that, that I've been into, and then finding this, like, I don't know, it's, to me, that's more like more satisfying than finding a new artist,
Yeah, like,
if that makes sense.
Where something fucking is based out of, or where it came from and shit.
Yeah, kind of coming full circle for your appreciation of it.
No, for sure. Like, that's a cool. I never really have thought of approaching like hip hop in that way. Just kind of like,
What's like I said, it's a musical background. I mean, because I like I said, I just love that shit.
Yeah, like melodies and all that shit, like kind of like catches you.
Yeah, it does. It does. Like, what was it? And then like just listening to like just watching TV also has caught me like into new artists. Like, watching. Do you ever watch the show The Suits? Suits. Mm-mm. It's this fucking show in New York about this kid genius that becomes a lawyer and shit. It's pretty fucking catchy story, and the acting's not bad and shit. But the main lawyer in the show, that's kind of the hotshot lawyer, and kind of like takes someone under his wing to fucking teach him the ways. Yeah. Every time, like every day after an episode, he would fucking have like a sit down, relax, go over the day of what happened, the life lesson, the life lesson and closure of the fucking of the episode, right? Mm-hmm. Sit down and have drinks, and he had a record player in his fucking office. Fucking pop up fucking record, fucking throw it on and shit. And then I remember listening to one of the songs, and it fucking started off with like a nice little like guitar fucking riff, like very, like it caught my ear. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then the kick came in, and I was like, and I was on melodic. I fucking fell in love, dude. I fucking had to, like, I went like a fucking MacGyver, fucking like straight up FBI fucking searching for this shit until I found it. It was the song's called Dusty Blue, and it was by fuck, I forgot the singer's name. God damn it, it's one of the kids. Fucking A. I remember later, but anyways, it's Dusty Blue. Check that shit out for sure. Blue. And it's fucking and I fucking and the kick. It's only an instrumental though, even though the singers of he just recently died too, and but dude, that got me into that artist, and then from there I got into another band called the Menahem Street Band. They're like just a jazz band from like fucking New York. Mm-hmm. I think it's New York, but like. And they got the name from where they live, the Menahem Street, and just straight up good blues music and shit. Yeah. It's fucking the shit. And like that's how like little by little I pick up like different fucking artists. Just like I catch something and I fucking research, see what it is. I once it hits my fucking brain, it just gnaws on me.
You need to find it. I know exactly where you're coming, because I'm like that with everything. Like if you,
I need to find that shit.
If you tell me like about something new or I find out something, I have to know everything about it, man. Like I go everything. I'm like, I need to know everything.
No, I hear you. And then Charles Bradley, that's a singer. Dude, if you ever had a chance to check out Charles Bradley, this guy's fucking voice when he sings, he has a very raspy, he has a good tonal range. But when he sings, dude, like his voice cracks and certain things, like it's the fucking raw emotion. And when he sings, it just catches you. Like, I'll be honest, man, I'll be hard as fuck, but something like I fucking catch a tear in my ass. Hearing the fucking song, I'm like, he covered, I think, an Ozzy Osbourne song, and it's called and the way he did it, he put a blues spin on it. And just at the end of it, it kind of reminds you of you losing someone you love. That's what the whole thing of the song is. Just the way he sings it, dude, you just can't help it, like fucking like break a tear and just remember, like, imagine your jefita not being there or something like that,
Music is like in a way it's almost like magic, bro, because it's like you could I bet we could go, like, if we could teleport to Africa right now and go to an African party, I bet you we would enjoy like the fucking beats and and if they came here and we fucking I bet you they'd be like this and that. Like, it's just like everybody understands music.
It's something just primal about it. I don't know. It taps into your, like, if you believe in that shit. I mean, there's probably a lot of things I believe in, like, bigger than a type of deal, like spirituality, but it just taps into your ancestry for some reason. They just, like, There's just something primal of like a good music that just it just hits you differently. You know what I'm saying? And then they added vocals to it. Now they hit you on a different emotion, especially like. And that's part of the reason that I can't get into new shit, like even like new modern rock, because it just doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't. I'm like, the whole value of like, you know, words to me is very, very, very important.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't follow someone just, okay, it sounds cool, but that's cool. I appreciate the music, but then like, okay, what the fuck is your message? What are you trying to convey?
Yeah.
If you're just talking about bitches and hoes, man, yeah, okay, that's
people
cool for a second. You know, that's cool for a second. You know, I'll fucking pop that shit in the club. I'll dance. You know, I don't give a fuck. But you won't catch me fucking driving to that shit because, you know, like, I need something to stimulate the mind, you know?
Well, I guess that's where like the really dope, you know, skilled rappers specifically, like where they'll have a fucking message, but they'll still fucking get you, like, you know, like.
But that's a difference, you see. And this is what I've come to, like, I don't know, maybe I came to like a realization. So you have those that are very, very popular, and like they make it onto the scene, they go fucking huge. They have a kind of message. They're hot as fuck, but then they fucking dive in a couple of years, and then you don't hear about them for fucking ever. Just as like one hit wonders or whatever, you know. There's a few out there, you know. And you hear the music. Oh, I remember that fucking track.
Yeah.
But the ones that have the strong message, the underground guys, the ones that are, you know, the ones that, you know, hit you differently. They may not hit it that big, but I know for a fact I'm gonna fucking visit that fucking album fucking year after year after year.
Yeah.
On heavy rotation for sure.
For sure.
You know, that's a difference, and I think those artists lack that. They don't have, what is it? It's the, like when someone backs you up and like it's the loyalty of fans. You know,
Yeah.
they were hot at one point, but like can the same artist say that they have the same that one person can 10 years later listen to that album or at least twice a week or whatever the case may be.
You have to be skilled on a different level to get, because like it has to make you feel something, bro, or it has to, you know, you have to relate to it in some way, like if you hear like how artists talk about their fans and some of the messages that they get back, it's a lot of times what they say is like, you fucking saved my life at this point. I was going through some shit and you helped me through that shit. It's like, that's what I'm saying, like I guess the good people can still make a fucking dope song that you can enjoy to listen to, but still have a fucking sick beat or whatever, or sick message.
That's the reason, like, for example, people are like, I think I know I'm probably pissed a few people off. Hopefully not you, but I know, like, Kanye West, perfect example. I can't stand the motherfucker. Really? Can't stand him. That's right, I fucking said it. No, but his production,
yeah, that
hands down, I'll give it down.
I'm on the same move.
But here's the thing, though. Here's a caveat. Some of the best beats that, in my opinion, that he's done were for other people. Like one of my favorite beats, like some of the beats he's done for Talib Kweli, fucking fire. Get By, fucking what's the other one? Well, the one with Mary J. Blige, I Try, fucking beautiful beat. The beat for Dilated Peoples that he fucking had a verse on, fucking what is it? This Way, or that's the one. He's done a few beats for different people, but like the fucking one of that famous one with fucking Jay-Z where he had that fucking beef with Nas.
Where
he fucking sampled like a famous rock song too on that shit, but like.
Like I think people forget that shit about him.
He's a producer,
that he's done some dope shit for other artists.
He's a better producer than fucking rapper. Quote me on that shit.
Nah, I think most people like set that assessment of him.
Nah, not really. Most people fucking think that like he's the hottest shit ever.
As far as like
lyric wise, I think he's a fucking genius.
I don't know. Lyrically, I wouldn't say. As far as production, you're saying, like that's his shit. But here's the thing. Here's what I think. Like, because I'm really into art in every aspect, whether it's music, whether photography, the painting, one of the things that I think I've seen is like when people make like genius level shit, they're a little crazy. They have a little crazy in them, bro. Like they can't be you're not normal when you're doing shit like on that level.
I get that.
Bro. Like so you have to, like, for me it's like, yeah, they're gonna come with some weird shit, bro.
Because you are breaking the norm. You are breaking the rules. You kind of redefining it. You know.
Yeah.
You're setting a new standard. So I appreciate it for what it is. You know, because yeah, he's definitely pushed the envelope on certain things, and you know, even his rap styles. You know, comparing from where he started to what he is now. You know, even his beat making too. Like some of his songs, like even like. You know, like they're just fucking epic fucking beats, and I appreciate it too. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I can do without the lyrics, but the fucking beats fucking hot fire as fuck. You know,
we live in the ghetto, folks. We live in the ghetto.
This is the popo
hood shit. Nah, yeah, I like his earlier work a lot, bro. Like,
it's a lot more simplistic.
I'll look like if I'm gonna look for Kanye shit,
Yeah.
I'll look for the fucking Through the Wire or some or a
Through the Wire is hot as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, look, they're like those earlier fucking shits, but I don't know, bro. Like, and then the fame and all that shit, bro. Like that has to affect you in certain ways. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like,
Well, yeah, it affects people differently for sure. But I mean, like, a lot of people praise him for that fucking album. What, 808s and what the fuck is it? I forgot the name of the fucking album, but. We start using that synthesizer and shit, or the fucking auto tune on his fucking voice. I can't stand the auto tune for shit, dude.
yeah, no.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Nah, I like well, it's because when you grew up on the old school shit that we grew up on, it's like fuck. When you like the lyricism in it was fucking dope, and now it's just like you just gotta hook people with however way, like say whatever the fuck, just make a dope beat. And then fuck it, say whatever. It's like you're saying, you know, like, give me a message, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I like going back to that, just the mumble rapping. It goes over my head. I don't get it. Especially, who is it? And then, who is it? I don't know. Everybody's fucking named Little something. So, but the one, fucking, always, one of the guys who actually made a song with repeating the same shit over and fucking over and over. I'm like, really? This shit's fucking hot. I'm like, come on.
I don't know. Well, like I grew up listening to like my dad has always like listened to a bunch of different stuff. So like I can appreciate it, even like mumble shit. Like some shit, if it has a dope shit, like fuck it, I'm like I'll give it to you, bro. Like at least you're doing it, you know?
Yeah, I'll give them that for sure. Like, yeah, they're definitely ballsier than I am. You know, they put this shit out there for sure.
Yeah, but I always tend to go back to like the old shit. Like when I'm painting, the fucking that Tupac, that fucking like.
Yeah.
Old school shit. But let's get into some of your art, bro. Like how did like the whole I know you through the photography scene, right? So how did you find your way into the photography?
So trip out on this. So about 4 years in August. So I forgot I was on Instagram for some shit, and then I came across, I re-linked with my homie Jose that I've known since like junior high. He goes, check him out. He's fucking dope. He's fucking dope ass street photographer. If you want to check out his shit, it's J Franco on Instagram. So it's at j.franco, but it's spelled FRVNCO. It's my boy Jose since fucking junior high, and I fucking found him again. I haven't talked to this guy in years.
Oh, yes.
And I found his page. Yeah, we just fucking we fell out of communication. And I hit him up, yo, bro, it's fucking Dave. What the fuck is up? And I'm like, his whole page, street photography. And I'm talking about this guy and like a couple of fools that he ran with. They ran the scene back in like 2014 and 2013. They were doing shit that people are catching up to now. The rooftop shots, the crane shots, all that shit. This homie did that fucking before it was even like a thing now. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he was taking pictures of downtown LA before, you know, like before the Wilshire Ground was even up and all that. You know, like, so he's got fucking, and everything is sick. He just has an eye for it. Yeah. Like, so when it comes to composition, like he never ceases to amaze me when I've gone shooting with them. Fucking, he has that eye. We be taking shots, and then we compare. I'm like, dude, fuck. I'm not at your level, bro. I'm like, I don't get it, but but again, some people will have it, some people don't, and I appreciate that. But anyway, so I linked up with them. I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, you know, dope shit, you know, blah, blah. And it's like, cool. And then so going through this page, I'm like, dude, this is dope as fuck. I'm like, I've always appreciated street photography, but I never. And then knowing that he did it, not to say that he made it look easy, but just someone familiar, like, let's say, you know, fuck it, I bought a camera, I bought a fucking T6 and shit, right? Yeah. And then I'm like, bro, I got a camera. What's up? You know, fucking, let's do this. I'm like, he's like, dope. So we fucking went to he invited me to a lowrider show that was at the fucking park right in front of Dodger Stadium. What the fuck is it called?
Elysian
Park, right? Dude, fell in love. Fucking, this is the shit. Like, the lowriders and all that shit, and then like, fast forward a couple of months later, fucking ended up going to a TFTI, and I got hooked, and I started shooting people, and then from there it just became, you know, learning how to edit, and you know, okay, what's Lightroom, what's my tone curve, you know, what's this, what's that, just that constant thing in my head, how to figure shit out. That led me to say, or then led me right away, okay, fuck, I need to buy a better camera, so I bought a fucking 5D Mark II, and from there, people say, you know, I'm the one that says it too, like, it's not about the gear. Well, with this, when you compare a T6 and the controls and how you use it, compared to like the Mark II, just the ease of it, how everything's set up. From there, my shit took off. Like I started learning how to do better shit, like taking better pictures, you know, catching focus faster, and the fact that it still had, you know, limited focus points, I could still compose better. You know how to fucking lock focus and recompose. And that's where my shit started getting cleaner. Then I started fucking with lighting, and like at first, I'm like. And I didn't understand it, but then I figured out high-speed sync and how to, you know, how to mix and match. And from there on, it just became like to me, it's always been just a mastery to learn the new thing. Mix color gels, perfecting the light. So right now, I just been on a kick just to figure out how to take the cleanest, dopest fucking portrait. You know, like that's, so like if you look at a lot of my shit now, it's more like just straight up clean photography. My bad. Don't worry, I got the shots. I'm all good.
That shit might not even show up. You go, bro.
But yeah, that's where it started. That's where I'm at. I'm like, mostly right now, like I said, it's just getting better at just lighting and just that. But still, my original love is still the street photography. Like walking around, like, you know, just different areas of downtown, not just LA, like cities and shit. And like when I've traveled and like just catching people being people, you know, like
the real like candid street shots is what you're talking about.
And then of course, you know, just taking pictures of the city, the cityscape, you know. I don't know, that's just to me, I don't know, I have a more drawing to it than I do like, yeah, because taking pictures of fucking girls in the lingerie, yeah, that's cool, whatever, you fucking, oh, that's a banger, whatever. But no, to understand, you know, the right composure, you know, the leading lines into your scene, you know, a lot of people just think, you know, oh, you're just taking a picture of fucking something standing still. No, it's more than that. You know, it's
No, and it does matter. Like, it really does matter because, like, I know from like experience, like, because I paint and I do the photography, and I've been painting on and off since I was like 18.
Yeah.
But once I found photography, like, photography made me understand composition.
Yeah.
And once I understood composition, I was like, I always was into drawing shit, but I would just like put shit on paper. There was no composition to it. Like, there wasn't a, you know, and once I started understanding that, like my artwork got better. Like, so it's art. Like, it really is an art. Like, and once you start seeing it, like once you really start understanding like everything, the full composition, the full, like you start seeing shit different.
Yeah, you do. You really
like,
do.
You'll fucking like I would literally be driving and I'll be like, damn, that would be a dope picture.
Yeah, same.
And after, like, before photography, I wouldn't see shit like that. But now it's like I see shit through the lens of a camera. So I'll find pictures where before I wouldn't have.
Dude, this is how picky I am sometimes. Like, so like I'm driving home, and I'm like, fuck, you know what? Maybe I'll go find my drone and give me a nicer shot of LA. I haven't done it in a while. I'm driving. So I go home and pick up my shit. So where I get off on the 710, then I exit Bandini Eastern and take, you know, Atlantic down to my pad. So I pass the LA River, right? And I always look to the right. And I'm like, and I see how LA looks. If I don't see a cloud, I'm like, oh, fuck it, some other day. I need clouds in my shit. That's how fucking picky I am. Like, I'm like, this, like, I don't know, because a plain sky is a plain sky to me. If it has the clouds, fuck, it just makes it that much fucking better. And it's something that I never fucking noticed before until I started shooting, you know, like, how plain a sky can look without the clouds.
No, yeah. I don't think that's a picky thing. I think once you understand, like, yeah, clouds just change the whole mood of the picture.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And aside from that, it's almost like a natural softbox when there's a lot of clouds.
Yeah.
it just kind of like
Natural
mellows out the
diffusion.
sun a little. Yeah. No, yeah, it changes the whole dynamic of the image.
And then I learned like the rule of thirds and shit, like you know.
That's
and
another
then
big
one thing I
is-
noticed, people start taking pictures of like the scenes and shit, like I'll use it for example. So you know, like I divide my fucking picture, I look at it and I divide it into quadrants. You know, you just don't have quadrant 1, 2, and 3. People also have it vertically as well.
Yeah.
So like when shooting people, you kind of keep it, your two eyes are here, so you keep the subject kind of there. But for the city, you can do one or two things. You can keep like the cityscape in the first third and the 2/3 sky, or you can go backwards, And people don't understand that. Sometimes just right down the middle, it looks kind of fucking awkward, what or the other,
Yeah.
A little small shit like that, but I understand it why, because naturally your eyes are going to gaze at two different points. So where you kind of want the focus of things. You want them to be in certain intersections.
Yeah, like that, and that's what like leading lines and what yeah. Like once you start understanding those things, it's like you kind of like your photography game changes it, and then you kind of validated something that I've been dealing with, because I shoot with the Canon 80D. And I was telling, like in my last podcast, I was talking to Rogelio about this. I was telling him, like, I feel like, damn, even if I put it on a tripod, I'm not getting like those crispy, nice like shots. So I'm like, fuck, I think I need to upgrade already, like.
It might be the glass. Usually, I'll be honest, 90% of the detail comes from the actual light.
Like the actual
light. Yeah. Remember, the brighter the pixel, the more detail it retains. So.
Yeah. Like the whole shit with lighting is like, what you try to replicate is the sun, like how the sun. But fuck, that it's almost impossible. Like my dad in his business, he has to like take pictures, so he sets up like a white background and everything, and like he uses some of my lights. Mm-hmm. And I've told him, like, you should try shooting out, like, in the porch in the sun. Mm-hmm. You could have unlimited budget. You can never replicate, like, what the sun is doing or whatever. Like,
and here's another thing, like, I noticed, like, then some people have the lights, but they don't use them right.
Well, they don't understand, light,
So you have, they have the light shining on their fucking subject, and they'll still put a fucking light in front of it. That light, they don't understand that light's not going to do shit. You're fighting against the sun, so the hard shadows, you might get rid of the shadow a little bit, if there is any, if they move, but, turn the subject around, use the fucking sun as a backlight and fucking light them up.
Yeah.
People do like little simple things like that. Some people just don't get it. Like, I be catching fools at me, just like, I'm like, you just don't know. And I'm not even talking shit. I'm like, I want to go over there in town, but some fools will be like, no, I'm trying to do that. I'm like, nah, you don't. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I just let people do their thing, I'm just like, you'll find your, eventually they'll get their lighting right, and they'll start understanding.
But I mean, anyone that wants to learn, I mean, I'm like, I have no problem like teaching them and shit, So like, someone taught me, and they were fucking cool about it, and like from there, like I just, I do the same, I pay it forward.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I like about the meets and like the whole LA photography scene. Is just like, it's welcoming as fuck. You know, like if you have a question, if you need help with something, like obviously me with the chair, like people are always like, bro, you need help with this, that, or whatever.
Yeah,
It's dope. Like the everything, bro. The atmosphere, like the whole vibe. Like, I really enjoy that. Sometimes I'll go out just to like enjoy the people,
Yeah, just to kick it, yeah.
I won't even shoot, man. I just like go
That's
out
the way
and
it's
enjoy
been
the
lately
vibe
too.
and
Yeah,
shit.
just especially like after a long week at work, you're fucking wondering, like, fuck, okay, let's go. Let me just fucking relax. I don't fucking feel like shooting. Just chill with my beer, fucking talk some shit, and then whatever. Or whoever's shooting be fucking, that shit looks dope. Let me go grab her for you. Boom. Do that shit. Like we see with Vasquez, the shit that we do, he sets up, and we'll be bringing him fucking people to shoot.
Yeah, he's like talking about Vasquez. He's one of the dudes that's like the most dedicated at the meets. I was like, bro, like I was talking to him the other day. He had a little barbecue for.
Speaking of which, fuck you, Ellen, for not fucking inviting me, asshole. Throw my way.
Yeah, not to fucking throw it. That shit was lit, bro.
No, just fucking around. But fuck you, Alan.
I mean, it was like the photography community,
Yeah,
and
for
it was
sure.
like his family, and then the
it looks.
photography.
I saw the fucking the stories. Yeah, you guys look having fun as fuck.
Bullshit aside, it's probably the best day I've had, like in general, in over like 2 years. That's how dope the vibe was.
That's dope.
The other
That's
day,
dope.
Bro.
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck, like I don't want this shit to end, bro. Like it was like a bunch of people that I know, and then like that I've known for a while, and then just like, yeah, I don't know, just like the community and the photography community is something else, bro. Like there's some
for sure.
really dope ass people.
Now, some of the people that I fucking hit up on a daily basis and shit is from the community and shit. Like the people that I think I want, I don't say I have many friends, but some of the few friends that I have are from the community.
Yeah.
We keep in touch, blah, 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 and then, I don't know, just people in general, just, like, just have general conversation with and shit,
Yeah.
Half of the time, we're not even talking about photography. We're talking about other shit, too.
People have been just fucking locked up for a while, so they're just fucking...
Yeah, they start burning piñatas and shit, too.
Start burning piñatas.
Dude, that shit was fucking funny as shit. As soon as I left, you motherfuckers let that motherfucker burn, dude.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't catch it, and for the last art and shit, we burned the fucking piñata.
Oh, I'll show them.
And by we, I mean the people.
I'll show them, because I got that shit on video.
I'm guessing here. Insert the snippet here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool meet. I think there was a little mix-up, though, because of how the flyers went out.
Yeah, I think so. You blame Search for that one. So fuck you, Search, for that one.
How did the whole art and chill come up? Like, how did the whole
meetup or the confusion?
The page. No, the page.
The
page in
itself.
general. Like, how did the...
So what is it? I think it's 2 years this May. Well, shit. Well, happy 2-year anniversary to us. Fucking, it just happened.
Oh shit!
It was this. I think we missed the anniversary.
Y'all didn't say shit. What the?
Half the time we don't know what the fuck's going on, dude. It was one of those like set it and forget it. I had to thank Lucy because she's the one that's always up on our ass about that shit. So thank you, Lucy, for the detailed work that you do. We really do appreciate you, even though we give you a lot of shit. Shout out to ISO.Lucy.
She's the motor of the operation. Yeah, you guys are just.
We started it, but she had a hostile takeover, so she owns that shit now. We call her the HR of the group. She's the one that corrects us when we say dumb shit. So half the time it's dick and fart jokes, and between Serge and I, and she's like the voice of reason.
That's funny. But hey, man, you need some dick and fart jokes.
The running joke is always, okay, let me go back. So first of all, 2 years ago, so when we started, Serge and I, we decided that, without naming other meets, we decided we couldn't keep supporting a certain meet for certain, reasons,
Mm-hmm.
some people we know, but if they don't, I'll just leave it at that because I'm not the one to fucking, it's not my shit to fucking share. It's not mine.
For sure.
But so we decided to do our own. Fuck it, let's try it. And then we just like, what should we do? What should we do? And then we're like, all right, fucking. We always fucking the whole running joke of Netflix and chill. Well, Netflix and chill, fucking art and chill. They're like, hey, fucking, it has a little fucking ring to it. Fuck it. So we had the name. We've made a quick logo. Thanks to fucking SoCal 370. Fucking Alex, thank you for that logo. We don't fucking use though, but thank you. And they were like, fuck it, we just dropped the flyer, and then fuck, we had a good ass turnout, and then from there we try to keep it like a steady, like every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pandemic hit last year, and then fucking we stopped for a good minute, but then as soon as she started relaxing, we said fuck it, let's just keep the same protocols. People wear your mask, try not to, that's why we had the whole thing, keep, don't rush the models, leave them alone, keep your distance. And we did pretty good. I didn't hear about anyone getting fucking sick from our meet. So, well,
in general, like one of the things that wasn't talked about with fucking Rona and shit is like outdoors.
Yeah.
There's no evidence proving that you can get it when you're in an outdoor environment. And like the overall people were super safe and shit, have been pretty responsible with it. So, and
then those that didn't want to or kind of wear the mask half-ass, I'll be one of them. I'll be honest. I said, wear that shit all day at work, so I'm like, fuck it, a little breather. But like people were very respectful, cool,
no, for sure.
Yeah, doing that whole thing, and like the whole fucking, is it okay?
Yeah, it's almost awkward. Almost like what the fuck do we do?
Yeah, exactly. From afar.
Bro,
all that shit. Yeah.
For sure.
And then when you're going for a hug, do that ass out hug, fucking all awkward and shit. You don't even know what the fuck to do anymore.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that's how it started, and then it just took off from there. And then we figured out quickly our niche was, we tried doing a couple of weekend fucking like meets, and they don't really hit as good as during the week. It just people like the night scene, and we like it too for sure. I mean, I personally do because. Something to do on a Friday night. I'm not getting drunk at bars anymore. Going to fucking, go to the nightclubs and fucking hit on skonkas and shit. So fucking, you know.
Hey, what's wrong with hitting on some skonkas?
I never said there isn't nothing wrong with it. I just don't have that. I don't have that fucking energy anymore. You know?
For sure.
You know, but shout out to the skonkas. No, but it's just, you know, we figured out quickly that our niche was the nighttime, and then Friday night specifically.
For sure.
You know, because then people stay out, you know, because it's not a weekday, except for me. I fucking always leave early because I like my sleep. But yeah, and so then a little bit later, I can't remember exactly when, but yeah, we're like, fuck, you know, it'd be nice to have someone else. And then at that point, you know, Lucy was coming more to the meets, and I started getting over, and like, I saw how her heart was taking off from what I see her doing now to where when I met her, what she was doing. But she always been very, very artistic. I was like, fuck, it'll be, you know, it'll be. I was like, one, I saw her like how serious and how much she liked the meets and everything, and two, I figured it was a good idea for us to actually have a female perspective on the meet too, because
for sure
she really has the ear of a lot of the models and everything. And then plus it's nice to have, you know, if something goes wrong or not that there has been, but like, you know, people are very, very trusting of her, and I respect that. And so like sometimes, you know, girls don't want to talk to the dudes for whatever reason, which I respect, you know. And she does bridge that connection. So thank you, Lucy, for that. But, but yeah, she refuses to let us have strippers. The running joke is always, so what are we doing for the theme? One thing we never do is theme meets. And so, well, let's do a theme. That's always what she asks. And then I'm like, all right, fucking cocaine and strippers. That's the fucking meet.
Cocaine.
No, we can't do that. I'm like, that's what we start calling her, the HR of the group, because every stupid idea we threw out there, she didn't like. You know, like one thing I think I wanted to do like a chicks with dicks meet, and she was like, no. And then another one, and then midget strippers, she didn't want either. It seemed like everything that was like a hot fire fucking idea, she was like, nah.
You think that shit would actually pan out?
No,
like if
fuck
you put
no.
it out, you think that some shit would
we'll probably get some we'll probably get some dumb, stupid reaction. People not realizing we're fucking around, and like, and people just hang us by the balls.
Yeah, bro, that's what sucks right now. But fucking a lot of like the fucking people are sensitive. You can't say shit. You have a running joke with me right now that you have certain things that you're gonna have to put out in the podcast before it's over. Certain keywords he's gonna have to throw out there for all you sensitive ass bitches.
So I will say this right now: the views and expressions that come out of this mouth are not necessarily the ones of Mr. Alvarez. So don't hold him accountable for some of the bullshit that I say.
Hey man, I fucking, when it comes to comedy, or just, bro, no limit, bro. There's no limit.
That's a thing that I know I got into trouble with people over some shit I reposted like fucking weeks ago. A comedian fucking put something out there, something to the effect of like, he was making a joke about girls with OnlyFans and how OnlyFans is the GoFundMe of whores, and I'm like, it's funny, but look, I will say this. Girls, you guys do whatever the fuck you want to do with your body. It's your body. You fucking make your money. I don't give a fuck. Sure. Fucking more power to you. I really don't care. But is it funny? It's funny as shit. Because it's a fucking joke. And I get it. Okay, some people get offended because it's, you know. And then I was kindly reminded that I'm a host of that girls go to that have OnlyFans. I'm like, yeah. It's still fucking funny. I'm sorry. I'm just that fucking stupid. I just have that fucking, that sense of humor, that dumb sense of humor. I find dick and fart jokes hilarious as fuck. Forgive me.
Let them know right now, bro. Like, it's jokes. You know,
it's fucking jokes.
We know that shit is fucking serious, and there's a lot of real serious issues in the world. But we need some motherfucking comedy. We need some fucking...
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
here's the thing. I'm going to put this out there right now, and I'm going to say it. And for those that don't know me personally, here's one thing you notice about me. I talk a lot of shit, but it's all generalized shit. I'll drop words that I probably shouldn't be saying. But one thing I generalize a lot. But never I'm going to say, hey, fucking Alvarez, you're a fucking faggot.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just said it. But no, it's never direct.
I haven't heard that word in a minute.
It's not directed at somebody specifically.
Yeah,
it's all generalized. And you know what? And if I offend somebody, I'm sorry. I just grew up a different generation where it was back and forth between people. And like I said, it wasn't necessarily to fucking, to just, ridicule you and to definitely not, cut you down at the fucking feet and just shit on you. Mm-hmm. It was genuine shit talking for shits and giggles. And yes, I know the dynamics now are different. Maybe that's why I've taken a step back and I'm not as vocal as I once, or say the dumbest shit that I can on my fucking stories. But my stories be kind of stupid sometimes. I'm like, that's my only outlet. At work I can't do it. I have a pretty serious job where I'm a management. Yeah, I let them fly sometimes, but like with certain people, within certain groups, like of other managers. But when it comes to like approaching the whole warehouse where I work and my whole staff, I have some sense of responsibility and and I'm a little professional, believe it or not. If I can talk to VPs and EVPs and even the CEO of my company without dropping an F word, an F bomb, I can hold it together when I want to, and I can speak very, what's the right word I want to use?
Articulately.
I can articulate very well when I want to, when I choose to, but fuck it, why? Outside of the job, why the fuck am I gonna do it?
For sure. That's one thing that it's good to have the ability to fucking do both. Fucking be able to take care of business and be responsible and handle the shit you're responsible for, and then fuck around. I don't know, man. Like we need this shit, man. We need to fucking loosen up, man.
I agree.
People got some assholes clenched hella tight, bro. God damn.
I agree 100%. But like. That's how when you see like in my stories me go after Serge like hard, talk shit about his mom and other shit like because we get it, we don't give a fuck, like that's between me and him though, and and it is what it is. He sent me some funny shit yesterday. I'm not gonna repeat now, but like it was just the fucking funniest meme I've seen in a minute. I'm like, post that shit. What do you tell? You're not fucking down. He's like, no, it's the beginning of Pride Month. I don't think I should do it.
I can just fucking imagine, bro.
I'll send it to you later. I was fucking dying.
Yeah, bro.
But again, I'm not making fun of anybody in the gay community, but it was funny as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like how you said earlier. It's just like we fucking grew up just in a different time, bro. It was like we didn't have fucking internet. We needed to entertain ourselves some motherfucking way, like.
And here's the thing also, like, look, I know I'm treading lightly here because everyone's different and I recognize that. And words hit people differently, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I'm also gonna say this. Look, I'm a fat motherfucker, dude. You think I didn't hear a fucking fat joke growing up? Did those fucking hurts? Yeah, those fucking hurt sometimes, dude. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, motherfucker, you got me right fucking here. But you sink or swim. You either fucking let yourself fucking get at it or you fucking shot back.
No.
I learned to hit back, and I learned to fucking be funny about shit before it happened. And that's just the way. That's why I'm very open to talking shit, and half the time I'm talking shit about myself sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
no, and that's something people have to learn. Like, hopefully, I don't know about my audience, but like for me, like I got bullied when I was in school, like to a certain point, until one day I was like, fuck it. That's it, bro. Like I was like, next motherfucker that tries me, bro, it's only cracking, bro. And as soon as I did that, never again, bro. Stop fucking with me.
Yeah.
But it's like bro, you need to be able to fucking give and take, bro. You can't be soft and shit.
That's kind of what happened to me like my freshman year. So, I've always, there was this one dude. I don't even remember his fucking name, but fucking pelon, fucking skinny, fucking bald dude. I didn't know if he banged at the time or not, but I was a fucking freshman, and I still have my head up, man. I've never been much of a fighter because I've always been bigger than most folks, and I had a trauma as a kid because I remember fucking fighting with some kids before, and I remember exerting myself too much, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know at what point did I hurt him or not, like. That's why I was always overly cautious about hurting people, I didn't want to hurt people. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
But all freshman year in fucking PE, dude, this fucking little short motherfucker too, he would always fucking punk me some way or another. Remember one time we're walking out to the football field. This fucker came from behind me and fucking clipped me and fucking tackled me from behind, dude. I was fucking steaming. I was like, you son of a bitch. I got up. I'm like, so what are you going to do? And the fucking teacher's right there. I was like, I'm like, just walked away. Came to a fever pitch. This is where I drew the fucking line, dude. We were playing basketball. And I was under the basket. And he comes up and I fucking, boom, just knocked the ball out, right? Yeah, I knew. I was able to jump at one point, fuckers. But anyway, so like, and everybody was like, oh, fucking just, and I kind of just smiled. I wasn't a dick about it, I'm like, yeah, fucker, I got you. And he came up to me and he was like, just staring me down. I'm like, dude, seriously, we're fucking playing basketball. What the fuck? He was like, he didn't say shit. He was about to turn around, like about to like walk away, and he fucking bitch slapped me, dude. At that point, then he started walking. I'm like, oh, at that point, I got him by the fucking shirt and I just started fucking wailing on his ass, dude. And I let him fucking have it. And the fucking P teacher, whoa, fucking separate us and fucking sent us to the office. And then, pushing, what happened? I was like, usually I don't fucking, tell him, but I was fucking steaming. I was steaming like a motherfucker. And I'm like, look, I'm probably going to get expelled, so I don't go fuck anymore. And I'm like, look, this is a long time coming. And I told him, like, he's been punking me all fucking year long. I had it. And I just fucking wilded on his ass. And then, all right, get the fuck out of here. He expelled his ass. And I was surprised that usually most schools, they fucking, whoever fights gets the fuck out. Yeah. Flash forward like a month or two later, dude. I was walking to the bus stop. That fucker comes up on me. I'm like, what the fuck? And he steps up to me and was like, what's up? Well, what's going on? Like whatever. It was like, he pulls out a fucking knife.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, so what's up? I'm like, really? I'm like, dude, if you're gonna do it, just fucking do it. Otherwise, drop it and let's throw some shit.
Yeah.
He's like, just fucking did one of these and just walked off. I'm like, what the fuck? I was already getting. I was like, I'm gonna fucking die right now. But yeah, so like I said, it came to like being punked. I was like, nah, like you can only take so much of it. But I get it. People are different. Some people just take it differently,
You need to step up, man. You can't let people push you around, bro. Like, because it's like, I don't know. There's something in us. There's something in human nature that just, if you see a weakness, bro, you
poke at it.
You want to poke at it, bro.
Which it's again going back to primal. I mean, survival of the fittest. Animals do that shit in their packs. They fucking put to the side the weak.
Pecking order, bro. Yeah. That's why they're the whole pecking order, bro. It's because there's motherfuckers that are more down than others, so that they're the ones that get the food first and all that shit. Because there's like a system to things. Yeah. Overall, man, you can't let people push you around in any way, man. No. Like you like, even if you like me, same. I've never been the type of person that just wants to fight with people and shit like that. Like, I could fight. Like, I fucking grew up throwing putazos with my cousin bro. We wouldn't stop fighting till one of us was bleeding type shit, bro. Yeah. Like, I grew up throwing hands, but I've always been a mellow person. Until you fucking
push that one
poke it, and then I'm like, fuck it, let's go,
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, man, you can't let fucking people push you around, man. You gotta fucking, speak up, and sometimes you might have to take an ass whooping, but that shit'll give you some respect, bro. Like,
And not just that, but like, it's one of those shoes, like, you won't know what it is until you experience it too. Yeah, I've had my ass fucking whooped before, and I took it like a man, because I know I fucking deserved it and shit,
Honestly, I think everybody, like, at some points just needs to get a good ass whooping, bro. So you could see where you're at, bro. Like,
dude,
that's a good motherfucking lesson.
I'm probably gonna offend some people, but some of you motherfuckers need to beat the shit out of your kids, man. Those fuckers, I see them like down Walmart, Target, screaming like a motherfucker, man. If that was my mom, she would have beat the fuck out of you in the bathroom, dude. I kid you not, dude. My mom was fucking vicious, dude. Check this out. When I used to go to church, my brother was fucking like 3 or 4 years old. Be fucking crying in church, right?
In church?
In church, right? And then she'd get mad as fuck. And she'd be like, all right, let's go to the bathroom. And here comes my brother, like, oh, here come back fucking. My mom would beat the fuck out of him in the fucking church bathroom, bro. My mom was fucking scandalous like a motherfucker. Yo. Dude, my half out would, fucking straight gangster shit. She didn't give a fuck. She would fucking beat the dude. And also, and again, I forgot how old I was. I was probably like 11, 12. I'd be fucking around in church doing dumb shit too. Next, fucking chings, fucking big old pinch on in the soft spot of your arm. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. And like, you can't say shit because shut the fuck up, bro. Beat the fuck, you know. You're taking like a fucking man, like, oh, fuck.
Bro, I have a funny ass, like, I got a Jesus got my ass whooped story too, bro. Like, I think I was like in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
And we used to go to church too. Fucking like, I went from living with my mom because my parents split up early, and then I lived with my mom for a while. And then one day my dad just randomly showed up when I was like 11 or 12, and he was like, "You want to roll with me?" And I was like, "Let's roll." So I moved with him, and like my mom wasn't religious or anything, so I wasn't going to church. I went from not going to church to going to church like 3 times a fucking week, bro. And so we'd go on Fridays, and on a Friday, like I was kicking it with my friends after school, and then we were just chilling. Then we started playing baseball, and we ended up like playing baseball till the sun went down. And like I was just having fun, enjoying my day. Yeah. And like when I get home, I'm getting home, bro, and my dad, they're walking out of the house like dressed up, ready to go to church.
You're all fucking sweaty
and I was
and
like,
shit.
fuck. And I was like, and then he was just like, yeah, well, you know, stay here. And I was like, fuck. So I was like, fuck it, day off. So I was just chilling at the pad, like, do it, like, whatever. I don't even remember, bro. But that ass whooping I got when they came back home, bro.
Dude,
I was like, yeah. I was like, and that one, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I
you
like,
told me to stay home. What the fuck's your problem?
No, like, I didn't understand. Like, I didn't feel like that was a good reason to get an ass whipping for that one.
Yeah.
You know, like, Jesus is not gonna fucking, you know, something's not gonna happen to him because I didn't go to church one fucking day. You know, like that ass whooping, I didn't understand. I understood a lot of them, and I'm with you, bro. Like, you need discipline. You need that ass whooping sometimes.
Let me go on a tangent right here. So fucking speaking of fucking going to church, so it's another thing that a lot of people don't know about me. I was an altar boy for fucking many years, dude.
Like Catholic altar?
Catholic altar boy. So I'm not talking about like from like when I was like 12 to like 15. For a couple of years, you know, I did it for a good minute. Yeah, and then I fucking found women and found girls, and
you said fuck it,
and I fucking tasted pussy, and it was all, and I stopped going.
I found my own Jason.
Yeah. No, but so we fucking, so here, check trip out, dude. I got some fucking stupid ass stories. No, I'm not talking about like priest fucking fingering my ass, nothing like that. None of that shit ever happened. But like
priest fingering my ass.
Dude, so there's a couple of times where like I remember like we were supposed to, you know, ring the bells doing shit thing. I fucked up and I cussed loud and everybody's all quiet and they heard me like, I'm like, oh fuck, and like everybody fucking heard me, like it was like dropping a fucking, you know, like everybody heard the fucking pin drop, like everybody heard me clearly, dude. And the fucking priest was like, really, like just looking at me like, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like, oh shit. Another time, dude. So when we got the you know the fucking what's that called when you took communion, right?
Communion, yeah.
Dude, I remember that fucking day was hot as balls in the fucking church, bro. So, took the bread and then fucking went and got some wine. Dude, they had I fucking chugged the shit out of the fucking wine, bro. The whole fucking thing.
You drank all of Jesus' blood?
I drank the Jesus juice, son. Dude, and the minister was like, you drank all the wine. I was like, sorry, I was fucking thirsty.
You had to fucking get some water and bless that shit. Give him some water.
No, so he leaves to go get a refill and shit. And like, I'm like, and I just go back and I fucking pretend like nothing happened. I was like, oh, oops.
That's funny, yeah.
Dude. And then like when we were in the back, like saying the shit up, dude, and nobody was looking, I'll fucking be only like, I'd be fucking dying the way in the back, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I was always trying to pick up at church, bro. Like I was in church, like, it was like I was like 12, 13.
Yeah.
That's that purity stage, bro.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll go to church because there's bitches there. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
no, but yeah, the
that's
discipline.
just not for me, man.
No, but the discipline for sure. I agree with you 100%. And I think I've been lucky where I've avoided, because I've been in serious relationships and I've been in serious relationships with women that want and have kids. Mm-hmm. And I've always been like, nah. And not that I don't want a kid. I think having a kid would be a fucking wonderful thing. But I guess my sense of responsibility to the youth is like a little bit more because I see it. I don't want to fuck it up,
Yeah.
And so that's one reason I've always stayed away from it, at least to this day and age,
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, yeah, kids need guidance, bro. And if they don't have it, like, it's hard. Like, that. I think that's what happens to a lot of like men. You know, like a lot of young men. Like, father's not around and
Yeah,
shit, and like,
yeah.
like if you don't have like, you need guidance and you need like encouragement, and you need people to tell you like you're doing a good job, like you're good at this, keep doing that. When you don't get that, that's why you have a lot of dudes fucking doing life and shit over some dumb shit, because they just
You need
they,
that
they
encouragement
never
for
had.
sure. But in my opinion, you also always need that correction too. You need like, okay, let's say you fucking threw the ball wrong. Like, okay, that's good. That's a good effort, but this is what you need to do.
For
the
sure.
correct. It's to me, and I think I've learned this from managing people at work.
Mm-hmm.
It's especially because what I do, you do a lot of repetitive motion of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just so much as why you're doing it, how to do it, but correct it as to why they're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
So someone can fully understand, and that's what
Yeah.
people lack sometimes.
And that's one thing that I've said before as well. Like when it comes to kids specifically, it's like you have to discipline, but you have to also explain. Like you have to like no one wants to be the parent that is whooping their kid's ass or whatever. But it's like if you made a mistake, you have
except
to
my
learn.
mom, I think she took some joy in beating the fuck out of us.
Hey, there's some people that
Dude, big trip out though.
Like,
big trip out. I remind her now. Hey, mom, remember when you did this? No, I didn't do that. Bullshit, you didn't fucking do that. And I'm like, those fucking putazos still fucking hurt. You didn't do that shit. Seriously, dude, I kid you not. So my mom, she's not crazy for sure. I know she's not crazy, but for some fucking reason, I forgot what the fuck I was doing as a kid. But she was ironing some shit, and I was fucking around, and she literally was like, "Stop!" Like she's very impatient. She got the fucking iron, dude. She's like, "Stop!" I'm like, "I'm gonna put this shit in your face." I know she wasn't gonna fucking do it, but I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck?" I'm like, "This must be my fucking F out," like. Then I reminded her, I'm like, she fucking laughs like, "No, I didn't fucking do that." Like, we laugh about it now.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, at that moment, I was like, "Dude,
you almost burnt my face."
Yeah, and then I tell her now, and she's like, "No, I never did that." I'm like, "Okay, I made that shit up then." No, I remember fucking distinctly. What the fuck?
I think that's a part of being a parent, bro. Like you forget some of those ass whoopings you had to give and shit. Like, cause I mean, especially like if you have a lot of kids too, and then you have a job and life, bro. Like you're not gonna remember all that shit. Bro.
I get it.
That's like in the moment shit, Like, but now for sure, man, some ass whoopings are definitely like warranted and needed, bro. Like
for sure.
Kids today, man.
No, I remember one time, I forgot what. This one I deserved for sure, for fucking sure. I forgot what the fuck I did. And I was getting my ass reading. And sure enough, I turned around. I think I was like in the fridge and shit. And like as a kid, I was like a teenager at this point. And I remember saying, "Fucking bitch." And then I fucking felt the stare. I'm like, "Fuck." I turned around. He's like, "Yeah," like in Spanish, "I fucking heard you." And she beat the fuck out of me fucking bad. I was like, all right, that one I fucking deserved. That one I deserved. Bro. And I was like, I looked at her, I'm like, fuck it.
All right, here you go.
Fuck it. Okay.
Bro, it's funny because I wasn't really scared of my mom. So like when she would discipline me, I'm like, whatever. Like I would make her laugh sometimes. Yeah. But like I would get in front of her and I'd be like, "Hit me then, hit me," and she would just start laughing, bro. She wouldn't hit me anywhere, and then she would ground me, and then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, I'll be out. She's like, "You can't go out." 10 minutes later, I was out already. Like, peace. But I was scared of my pops when I was smaller.
No, my pops was very hands off. The times I can count probably on my hands the number of times he beat my ass.
Oh, really?
But when he beat my ass, it fucking hurt. It fucking hurt.
You remembered then.
Fuck yeah.
That's why he didn't have to beat your asses, man, as much.
I remember one time, I forgot what the fuck I did, and my dad's a fucking cowboy, dude. He fucking still wears fucking boots and shit. He kicked the fuck out of me, dick, in my fucking thighs. He left welts that fucking big, dude. Tell me if I fucking ever did what the fuck I did again.
Hell, motherfucker. That might be a little excessive.
It was.
But
but I'm telling you, because he hardly did it, but like, so he didn't know how to control his anger.
Anger, that's a whole nother thing. But also, like, one of the things that I've been on, especially the last few years, because I don't know, I still feel, I'm 35 years old, and I still feel a little like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing,
I feel like that at 37, so I'm on the same boat, bro.
So I find myself questioning everything, bro. And one of the things that I've been doing a lot is like talking to my pops about his childhood.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that I've learned is like, let's say your parents, like, I don't know what obviously I don't know your parents' situation, but like, let's say they didn't have parents around or responsible parents that they never got taught a lot. Like, how can someone teach you shit that they never taught?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it's been with my parents. Like, you know, my mom came here when she was a toddler, and like she was living with her aunt, like not even her mom. And then my pops, like his dad was kind of wasn't around a lot. And so like I start to understand a little bit how my parents parented me.
Yeah.
So I understand things a little bit more now. But yeah, like for a while I would like fucking like question a lot of shit. Like why is this happening?
Yeah.
That
Like I get it. Like I know for a fact, like my dad, he's not a emotional guy. He's very fucking like stone faced.
he's very Latino.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the typical macho fucking Mexican. But I get it. He didn't have that. He didn't know how to express himself, you know, emotionally as a kid and growing up. So
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. Like me and my dad we don't get along the best. Because half the time it's like, you know, now it's different. You know, I get it. You know, I tolerate him. But sometimes he does kind of let me put it this way. Like, my jefa, my brother, my sister, and so one older half brother, my younger brother, and then my sister. We're fucking tight. Like,
That's good.
Yeah, like we could sit down on the fucking table and we'll be talking mad shit and laughing and fucking around. But my dad will be sitting down in the fucking living room by himself. Because he never established that connection with us, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And like he was always the one that like we never had a fucking family meal because he would always be watching TV, eating by himself. And so
Yeah.
he tried doing some of that later on in life. And I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, what are you trying to do? I'm like, you know, this isn't us, you know, like, fuck me for being a dick about it, but like, I don't know how to fucking express it.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't know how to, I thought it was being disingenuous. So like, I was like, yeah, like, and even to this day, like, we'll be fucking around, and he'd want to jump in and enjoy and into the shit talking.
Yeah.
And I'm the first. I'm like, nah, dude. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
And he kind of like gets fucking pissy and shit. But like,
my parents' relationship wasn't like a loving, and even to this day, we've gotten closer, but it's still not like. And now it feels weird, you know,
Yeah,
like the I'll love you type shit. Like I'll say it, but it's just like,
yeah,
we never said it. We never really said shit before, so now it's like,
yeah, using that is not big in our family.
yeah.
I'll hug the shit out of mom and give her a kiss on the cheek to this day and everything. I'll give my dad a hug. I hug my brother. I still give him a kiss on the cheek too. Same thing with my sister. But like my sister the other day, what the fuck? We were at her pad on Sunday for Memorial Day, and I was just chilling. You know, I'm always, you know, like I don't drink as much. It's just like now what I do is I hang out with my godson and I said, let's throw on a movie or whatever. So I'm here watching a fucking movie, watching like I forgot what Marvel movie, and then now I'm like, fuck, you know, before he used to want to just chill with me and watch movies. Now, fuck, he was in his room fucking watching YouTube. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, you know, come chill with me. You know, I'm here. You know, I'm there. I'm like, no, motherfucker, come on. And it's like, you're gonna appreciate this shit later. Come on.
Yeah.
And then my sister like came up to me and she's like hugging me from the side. I love you, brother. I'm like, my bitch, get off me. I told her, I'm like, bitch, get off me. But I didn't say like a dick move. I just, you know, like that's how
the relationship.
Yeah, that's how we get along. And she looked at me like, no, seriously. I'm like, yeah, bitch, I love you too. Get the fuck off me. Like that's the way. And that's kind of how my mom is sometimes too. Like, well, she doesn't call me a bitch, but like she'd be doing something or whatever, like at her pad, and like she'd be sweating, and I know she gets fucking like my brother the same. Like when they get like when the heat hits them, they hit them bad. Like I sweat a lot, but my brother sweats a motherfucker. So does my mom, and they get like super frustrated with the heat. Like, and so like if my mom's like sweating, doing something like in the kitchen, whatever, it's hot. I go over there and fuck with her and give her a hug. She's like, oh, mom. He's like, quítate, cabrón, quítate. Like, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, you love me? I'm like, no, but you know I don't fucking like it. You know, especially when I'm fucking sweating, get the fuck off me. But that's the relationship I have with her. Like, it's never bad. And like, I like giving her so much shit, dude. Like I used to like before one thing I used to do like this is my second Instagram. Like I used to have a personal like years ago, but like one thing I used to love to do was like fuck with her, like go and ask her the same question over and over and over to drive her patience and get a reaction, and she would be looking at the fucking phone, and then she'd be like, oh, you you know why you always gotta be asking the same shit? You know I fucking love you. Blah, blah, blah. Stop fucking bugging me. Get the fuck out of here. Like, And like, I remember posting these, and dude, I had to stop because she was like, she would get hit up by my uncles and be like, "Hey, I saw you on Facebook. Hey, I saw you on this." I'm like,
Oh,
like,
she doesn't fuck
yeah, she doesn't fuck with the social media. And so she's like, "Hey, cabrón, I fucking, your fucking uncle called me. What the fuck am I doing on fucking Facebook?
¿Por qué me estás poniendo en el Facebook, cabrón?
No, no chingues, no chingues. Ya no hagas esas cosas." Dude, it's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting seeing how people change as they get older. And
Yeah,
shit,
my
or how
mom's gotten cooler. My mom's
change.
gotten fucking cooler. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I love my mom to death, dude. Like she's gotten super fucking cool like over the years. You know, and I appreciate my mom for a lot because like my mom is a strong lady, bro. Even after working fucking 8-10 hours at work, you know, she still get home, fucking, you know, cook a meal, whatever, tend to my fucking lazy ass dad, and you just appreciate that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whatever fucking's going on, you know, like, you know, she could had the shittiest day at work. She never fucking talked about it. She never fucking, you know, it's just a routine. And even to this day, I'm like, Mom, like, you need to learn to fucking slow down. Like, calm the fuck down. And then, but I appreciate it because even after all that, she would drop me off at band practice. She'd go pick me up at night.
Yeah.
My dad never bothered with that shit, you know, like. And my heifer was always there. She saw like she was one of the ones that she went to the football games to watch me perform.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, she would go to my practices, and so she was very involved in that aspect. She knew what I was doing musically wise. And I remember one time I got like second chair like in the whole district fucking orchestra, right? And I had a solo in one of the tunes, and like, you know, it's like, yeah, I want tickets so they can go. And then after we're fucking leaving and bouncing, my dad's like, "Oh, so this is what you've been doing for all these years." I never thought, you know, he never put two and two together and all that. He thought it was just fucking around. Like, you know, I knew how to play, but he didn't know the extent of how well I played. And so until he saw the whole fucking symphonic band together and then what I did and just the beautiful music that we were playing, and he's like, "Oh, this is nice," you know, da, da, da. And at that point, I wasn't happy. It wasn't so much that I was happy for getting a compliment, you know, that's like drawing fucking blood from a rock, you know, from my jefe.
Yeah.
But I was kind of bitter, bro. And you know what? Instead of, you know, this is the petty me. He tells me that, and I'm like, obviously, if you fucking had more interest in the shit that I did, you probably would have known that I'm, you know. And he just didn't say shit because I got him right in the fucking feels.
Yeah.
But fuck, I just can't help it fucking being a dick sometimes too. But I'm like, but it was well deserved because, you know, like he never took an interest in the shit that I did. So it kind of fucking hit me like in the fucking feels. You know, like,
yeah.
You know, like now you see it, but you never had a fucking interest in it.
Well, yeah, like especially when you're younger, bro. Like that shit affects you. Like you don't understand how much it affects you not having the support and all that shit. But it does, bro. Like as a kid, like the way like love to a kid is time.
Yeah,
bro. Like giving them your time or whatever.
Even now, time is time. Like for everything. Like example. My time is precious, and because I value my time for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were talking before we started recording. You know, like, you know, I get spurts of depression where I don't want to do shit, just fucking be alone and just fucking, not so much that it like overtakes me, but it just fucks with my drive to do shit. You know, like, you know, I get home and like, fuck, dude, or I've been to things outside. I don't want to even look at a fucking computer because I've been behind the computer all day crunching numbers and bullshit and a half, and I just don't want to look at it.
Yeah.
And so I watch some TV or whatever, read a book, whatever the fuck the case may be. And that's why, sorry, ladies, I know I'm backlogged on a lot of fucking photography I need to edit. But yeah, so sorry. But, and so, like, I value that time. But time is, you're right, time is love. Because, you know, there's only so much of it that you have to give to somebody, whether it be a significant other, whether you're talking to somebody or trying to establish a romantic relationship, or you know, or the time you give to family. You know, people I don't think value time for what it really is and how limited you are to, especially how we're bounded by a fucking clock. You know,
for sure. Like I think unless a major event happens to you where you realize like, well, I could die.
Yeah,
that's when you fucking like you fucking realize how important time is. I need to take a piss real quick.
Time out.
I was gonna say, you wanna, there's more beer too if you wanna.
I'm good right now. I don't read.
We're at 1:30.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we'll probably like give me a few few more minutes.
I think it's better with two people. Fucking.
Well, you fucking time moves.
Watch what you're painting behind you.
But yeah, you know, like the thought I have about the whole, like the remark you gave. I think that's something like, you know how you like we have like our subconscious and you get like these like gut feelings and all.
Yeah.
Like deep down inside, bro, like the hurt that you felt when you were younger of him not being there.
Yeah.
That shit is still there. You can forgive somebody.
Sure. Yeah. As much as I want to say that it doesn't, but yeah, it I hate to say it, but like, because I'm no psychologist, but I know I got daddy issues for sure.
No, yeah, like what? That's the thing. See, once you understand how shit works, yeah, bro, like that is a real thing, bro. Like,
let me tell you. So, was it the Bohemian Rhapsody was the name of the movie with the for Queen, right? So we went to go see it, and I'm telling the fucking story. So fuck you, Swayze, ahead of time, asshole. So you know Swayze, right? Swayze Creepy Life.
Oh, the person, like from the meet. Yeah. Oh, you guys went to see it?
With him, Jax Pass, with Sway's girlfriend Cece. I forgot who else. I think that was it. We were gonna see Bohemian Rhapsody. I love the movie. Whatever I don't give a fuck. I don't know the whole story. What was right, wrong, whatever. I thought it was a very well made movie and very well acted, and I really appreciate the movie. Mm-hmm. So towards the end, obviously he has daddy issues in the movie. With his pops. But at the end, where his dad kind of like accepts him for who he is, and like, finally, I think I forgot how it happens. I think he gives him a kiss on the cheek, or just says how proud he is about him. Dude, when that shit happened, and like it fucking, sorry, I'm gonna sound like a fucking fag here, but it fucking triggered something in me, dude. And I got a fucking tear. I was like, fuck, god damn it, I fucking hate. I was like, son of a bitch. I'm like, ugh. So. It was funny as shit though, and I forgot who we were talking to later. We were talking about the movie, I think at a meet or whatever, and then fucking Sway's that motherfucker. He's like, it was good, except for these fucking faggots. He's pointing to me and Jake Pass. They fucking started crying because they got fucking daddy issues. I was like, you son of a bitch, man, fuck you.
What the fuck, bro? Why you fucking?
Dude, we had a moment, asshole, and you fucking had to tell the whole world.
That's funny.
But yeah, it was funny as fuck though, because he got me on that one. I was like, you motherfucker. I'm like,
well, yeah, like bro, even if. Let's say you're like, you had some shit where you had issues with your parent and you're like, fuck my dad, bro.
Yeah.
Regardless of anything, you're always going to want your parents' approval, bro. You know, you're always going to want to make them proud and shit, like, and when you have those moments, like that moment, it's like, fuck, you almost don't deserve it. Like, like you weren't there through this. Like, it's almost, you don't even deserve to see me fucking, accomplish this. But in the end, like, the best thing to do is always just kind of like accept that we're all human and we all make mistakes, and regardless of what you might think, like, you could be a 50-year-old adult and still not understand a lot of shit. It's like everybody works differently. Some people get their shit together really early and understand things, and live their life in a way where everything's dope and they affect people in positive ways and shit. But a lot of the times, it takes you a while and you make a lot of mistakes.
It took me a while.
And
it took me a big while. I finally got I'm barely trying to get my shit together, but one thing about me, like, I've always hustled and like I've always worked hard. I've always worked very hard at my jobs, and like anywhere I've been, I've always gotten promoted, moved up, it's because it's not necessarily, to me, what was good about me is that, again, it's going back to wanting to learn and wanting to keep that thing in my head, like, how does this work? Why is it? Why? Mm-hmm. And so to me, it's always been a quest for more knowledge and getting and perfecting it and getting better at things.
For sure.
And it's all been reciprocated via promotions, money, and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And like, and everywhere I've gone, I've been so like, and to speak in, like, I've been working actively. What is it now? 37. Like, in the profession that I am right now for the past 14, 15 years. And so, but in those 14, 15 years, I've had 2 employers. So I've had like long tenures at work, because if I'm happy learning and doing, like, I stay. There's no reason for me to jump around. Where other motherfuckers, like in the same industry, the same titles that I have, and the experience that I have been jumping around left and right because, they're always looking, instead of, trying to excel and then move up. But that's just me. But so, like, I'm barely getting my shit together from in the past 5 years.
Really?
Because, like I made financial mistakes in the past. I got together with the wrong people, and by people I mean women. So one of them especially, like, she loved to spend more than we were worth, and so I got put in the hole bad, dude.
Oh, really?
Bad.
Fuck, it was one of those?
It was one of those, and I'm barely recovering from that now. And so now, like, I make very good money, and like I'm like, and so like, but to the point where like the spending is there, but like, I make enough to like it doesn't affect me as it was before. But fuck it, I've worked my ass off to where I'm at,
Yeah.
So like when like people are like, oh, you fucking spend money on this. Yeah, motherfucker, but I fucking work my ass off to fucking get where I am. I deserve to fucking, treat myself here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's dope. Like you still have like the drive and shit.
Well, it's to this day, right? Like to right now. Like I just recently got promoted back again, also in November.
Oh, really?
So now, I'm like the second in the building, like the second in command. But I'm like, I know I can go higher, but now it's a balance, between responsibility and fucking around.
Yeah.
I still want to fuck around on the weekends, and like even though I still work a lot and I still get phone calls, but that's just because I choose to do that.
Right.
Because that's how responsible I am in the way that like right now, like only because the phone's over there and you're using it, but I'll be checking my email and shit like that. I don't know if sometimes you catch me with me, like I got two phones, so like if you catch me with the smaller one, I'm checking email and responding.
Like work shit.
Yeah, work shit. But that's just I can't turn it off. That's just the way I am. But,
well, I wish I was like that, bro. I'm probably way the opposite of that, bro. I'm just like.
I wish I could be that way. I really do, because I'll be honest, like personal. I have suffered personal relationships because of it.
Lost, like you were more into your.
Well, they thought that I was more into the job. I mean, like I love the person to death, but they felt that I gave the work more attention. But then it also was like, well, they just didn't realize. They didn't understand that it's also therapeutic for me, for my brain, Well,
did you verbalize that?
Yeah, I did, but they couldn't grasp that concept that work was.
Like, what do you mean? Like this female. So you're telling me that you'd rather be at work than with me? That's what you're telling me?
Then I'd be like, no, I just
you
enjoy what I do.
Yeah, I can see.
And then it came to the point, because like where I used to, there was another company I used to work for before. So I was like I was the building manager. I was in charge of a building and an account, and I was in charge of anything that happened. So I was the go-to guy. So I would get calls at 11, at 12, 3 in the morning, and I'd be, because if something happened, it was my ass. That's the sense. But it wasn't necessarily, but I wanted to make sure that my guys were successful.
Yeah, for
sure. I was gonna let them out to dry, because I've been there when I needed help and like no one would be answering the phone,
Yeah.
And so I know how it feels. And then I'd be answering the phone, and then this is the shit that I would get. Oh, you fucking treat the people at work better than you do me. I'm like, no, bitch, they're fucking asking me a question because they need an answer. You're just fucking nagging. Shut the fuck up. Yes, I actually did say that.
That's just a part of being in a relationship for a while.
I don't get it. Like maybe I'll never get it. And look, I get it's funny because I get the fact I'm not an easy person to live with. I'm not an easy person to get along with sometimes. Mm-hmm. As much as like I shoot the shit and talk to everybody, and like I know I attract that, because the part of my personality is very egocentric and very like if I don't know you, I won't speak to you. I'm getting to like it's just Mm-hmm. But once if I'm comfortable and you see me, I'm loud as shit, and and I know it's like fucking everybody like all eyes on me type of shit, and I see that I use it as a platform to be fucking stupid and say the dumbest shit, which I do all the time. But it doesn't work sometimes in a relationship that way. It has to be a balance, and so and I get that, and I know, like I said, I've through my own doing, I'm not perfect, and I know I've fucked shit up in the past because of it. So, but fucking live and learn.
But no, for sure, and just the fact that you're acknowledging that shit is good, because as long as you could fuck up, man, but as long as you learn something from it, you try to like fix whatever the fuck, you know, like that's all you could do.
Yeah, and this one particular, the one that like she had a very fiery personality, and I figured, you know, day to day this shit didn't work because we were both fucking hot headed as fuck, but the sex was fucking amazing.
Isn't it crazy, bro? Like what you'll do and what you'll fucking stick around for.
Yeah,
if a girl had just one little thing right, if she gets bomb head, if the pussy is good.
I'm gonna say 2 words: butt stuff.
Oh, she was one of those, huh?
Yeah, that's the first time I did that shit, and I was like, "Fuck, where the fuck have you been?" And I was sprung.
Right.
And then years later, there's other one that she liked it too, and only because she was married, but fuck, dude, she was good.
Funny enough, I was never really into butt stuff.
Huh?
No.
That's fun.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever reason, just I don't know. It just, well, I mean, I got shot at 21, so my sex life changed like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm sure I would have fucking, you know, I was still getting into it, you know.
Yeah.
Even though I did start early as fuck.
Yeah, so did I. Like I was like fucking 13, 14 when I fucking got laid.
Same. I was 13.
Shout out to my first lady, if you remember me.
What do you mean if?
Well, I don't fucking know. I lost track of
Or
her.
it was like young.
Yeah.
You guys were both hella young.
Yeah, I was a sophomore and she's a freshman, and like, yeah, it was baby love for sure, bro.
Baby love.
No, I was a junior.
Hey, baby love don't give that ass, bro. What do you mean?
No, she was no, but you know what I mean. It was like like
it was like puppy, like the first, it was like you were her first love, and
it was cool. It was
so she was hella sprung on you afterward, right?
We were both sprung on each other for sure
for a while.
Yeah. And it was one of those like one was like I chased this one for a minute till she caught my so it was one of those like it was a good I worked on one for a minute like and it was one of those like because here's my problem also that I can't be with just any girl because I'm very fucking flirtatious like and it's not even so much like I see a chick, it's not even so much that I'm trying to fucking get in her pants. Mm-hmm. I just like genuine conversation and banter back and forth.
Yeah.
And the banter it goes with males, not hitting on males, but like that goes the back and forth with the bullshitting, you know?
Yeah.
But that same banter with women, it's more like it's almost the same banter, but like with a more flirtatious and like soft and like to get the smile out and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I dig that. I dig the interaction with humans, and that's my thing. Sure. So I can't be with just any fucking girl because some girls right away they're like, "Oh, why are you talking to that bitch that way?
Don't do it."
No, why? You know, we'll be at a restaurant. I'm like, why you fucking being all nice to the waitress? I'm like, bitch, you can spit in my food. I'm trying to be nice here. Fuck, relax.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that. I've had this thing where like for whatever reason I pick up vibes easily.
Yeah.
So I think like that has saved me from a lot of drama. Like just for whatever I've known to avoid certain women.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of them have gotten me I'll look back and I'm like, how the fuck or why the fuck was I
still don't learn. Fucking the crazy ones are fucking.
Hey,
there's something weird about me too. It's like, well, I don't know if it's weird or whatever, but I probably shouldn't be fucking revealing this, but
you're fucking confessing shit.
Yeah, so I love the chase. The reward, I mean, yeah, sex is cool, but to me, like once you put it in, I was like, you tend to lose interest. And I'm like, so dude, I'll kid you not. I kid you fucking not. Dude, I've been in relationships sometimes with chicks for a couple months, and I've never made a move to fucking bang. Mm-hmm. Because, shit's super fucking cool. Like I'm like, all right, cool. To the point where I'm like, yo, like chicks are like, are we gonna fuck or what? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. But it's not even so much like, for example, because it's not one like I said, it's cool, but it's not my ultimate end game with women. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I enjoy the company, I enjoy the banter. If you're intelligent as shit, like fuck that, to me that's a lot better.
Yeah,
but sure. Then you got the crazy ones that just fucking they hold a special place in my heart, and that's why I know that for a fact is that. So I'm trying to be a good dude, and because I've had my shit years of being a total douchebag, and they're well behind me, but every once in a while, you hit that one or two that fucking hit you up at the same time. I'm like, fuck. No. Stay true to yourself. Keep going. Just ignore them.
Fuck it. Just stay in the game and fucking.
Nah.
Eventually, just one to come around, bro. They're just gonna like, damn, this one's different, bro. Like, there's some other shit.
I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but I don't know. It's just like I'm not easily impressed. So, ladies, if you have my attention and if I'm talking to you for whatever reason, you know who I'm talking to? One or two or there, whatever.
That's it.
Just one. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Not one or two. Just one.
Yeah.
If you know who I'm talking about, so you have my attention, you're lucky because I'm picky as shit.
I kind of say the same thing. Like I've talked to chicks here and there, but like, see, well, the thing with me, I was married. Like I was in a fucking long 7-year relationship, married the whole nine. So, and it was like we were like in love, like it was like, and then it was a bunch of shit that happened where it didn't work out in the end. So now I'm like, fuck, like. We were really into each other. Everything's dope, and it didn't work out. Yeah. So now I'm like, fuck. Like, do I even want to get into that?
I know what you mean exactly. Know? So the one that I was the longest was like maybe 4 or 5 years. I can't remember exactly. The one that I told you that fucking we butted heads like a motherfucker. Dude, let me tell you.
You about to get some DMs for like, oh, you like that much though? You about
to... Dude, let me tell you. So. This is all fucking. She wasn't. I don't want to say she was crazy because that's fucked up. Because most of the time, I don't want to fall into that category where where the guy say, "Oh, that bitch is crazy." That's it's it's a little bit of both.
You, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be that asshole. But let me tell you to the extent of how. What's the word I want to use? Of how petty she was, dude. So let's say I fuck up and did something stupid, right? And I take full responsibility, and then we'll be driving or whatever, and like. It'll be early in the day, and I'm like, and I know she was fucking pissed because I can see her fucking face. And I'll turn to her. I'm like, "You want to talk about it?" And it's "No, I'm good." All right, I gotta be up early tomorrow. So if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it right now. Let's get it out in the air because I really do not want to stay up all night and argue for shit. And I can tell you're mad, and I want to make sure that we're good. No, all right, fuck it. Come to bed 10:30 p.m. I gotta be up about 2:30 in the morning to be at work at 4. And we're fine. Good night. Fucking lights off. Whatever. I hear this. You know what? I'm like, fuck. And here it comes.
Fuck, you already know, yeah, bro. Like, yeah, that's like.
I'm gonna go sleep in the fucking car.
Why do women like doing that, bro? Like,
I don't know.
They'll bring some shit. Like You'll be straight and you'll make them mad for some shit. And they'll be like, motherfucker, you remember that time 5 months ago when you were fucking looking at that girl? Like, bro, like, what? I'm like, yo, just like, this is what's funny. Like, women are always like, like, talk to me, da-da-da. But when you're like, all right, they're like, nah, never mind.
I'm good.
Nah.
That's when you know they have you by the balls. And I'm not afraid to admit it.
But hey, we love them, bro. Like,
we love you, women. We love them.
Wouldn't change shit for nothing.
Right.
Well, fucking it's been dope, fucking chopping it up.
Yep, for sure.
We're fucking getting close to that 2-hour mark right now.
It seemed like just 5 minutes ago.
Well, hey, like I'm gonna continue to fucking do this shit. I'm gonna keep it consistent. So
let's do it.
Whether you want to do something on your end or we fucking come back for another episode, bro. It was really dope having you. And well, throughout the episode, I will have been showing some of your work and stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Showing the people's, some of the stuff that you do. Cause like I didn't say it, but like you're one of the photographers that I'm like, damn, bro. Like I really fucking want to get to this level.
I appreciate that, man.
And yeah, like I enjoyed the conversation. It was fucking dope having you. And
thanks for having me, for sure.
Any last words you want to put out there to the world? Any fucking... We already shot it. Yeah, we already put your IG.
Yeah.
That'll be up on the screen or whatever. Like.
No important. The only thing I'm going to say is... Look, guys... whoever's listening to this, first of all, know that I don't mean any of the stupid shit that I said. Just take it lightly. And second, we all have one life to live. Just be happy. Don't try not to be bitter. Just let shit go. Don't be like me and fucking hold grudges and shit like that. And fucking, be nice to your parents. And, you only have one set of parents.
For sure.
So, you have them, love them to death, remind them you love them. And if you don't, just remember the good memories. So.
For sure. And, yeah, maybe find new fucking families and new fucking...
Yeah. And don't be afraid to try new shit. Don't be afraid to try new shit. I'm serious. Sometimes you don't realize how much you're going to enjoy something until you try it. Take it from me that's had a shit ton of hobbies. It's always something new, something different, and time is never wasted when you're being constructive.
For sure, 100%. Well, it was dope having you, bro. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys want me to fucking... I've been bringing it's been photographers, so if you guys want some like models, something else, let me know, and more episodes coming soon.
For sure.
Peace out.
Pacing in my studio, just coming up with dapper bars to spit in crucial situations when I play the rapper's part. Heard I got a denim heart and lyricism in my jeans. Cut a track down, leave it bald head like Mr. Clean. Spit it mean, a record fiend. I school you niggas, call me Dean. I'm always speechless, never seen. Stay on the chase for minty green. It's local how these niggas say they ballin', but they broke though.